I saw this comment on my last video that I posted, and I did want to make a video about this. So I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. I'm just going to be talking about the cost of my car, a breakdown. So start first off with car payments. So I had two options, either to go for financing a car, which is paying monthly or bi-weekly, depending on how your contract is, or just buying the car one-off. So I was like, would I be able to save up enough money to buy the car one-off? And I did. I was actually going for, it was seeming like I would have to finance a car, but then I went into the car shop and I was told that the lowest they had for me was to pay $344 bi-weekly, which would turn up to around $700 monthly. That does not include insurance, the gas, anything, just $700 a month. And I'm like, that's going to be tight. I'm still working part-time, not full-time. It's not for me right now. So luckily, I went on Facebook Marketplace I was looking, check for cars, and then we saw the one that I have right now. I didn't have all the money at the time. I did pay half, and then my parents helped me with the other half. I don't want to be like, I saved up everything. Just being really honest with you guys. I did pay off the rest of the money to my parents, so it was like a loan, but just not with interest. This is the only figure, I won't give the exact amount. I paid around $7,000 to $10,000 for the car, so it's in between, not more, not less than that. That includes the tax for the car and registering it with SGI, that's the Saskatchewan government insurance. You have to register your car when you buy it, and insurance is necessary. It's not an option. You have to have your car insured. So one thing I learned after buying the car is that some people, they sell it on Facebook Marketplace, but then the car has been in an accident that's so bad that it cannot be registered with SGI. So some people might buy the car, and when they want to go register it, they're not able to. So just check out for that. And also, before you buy a car, you have to do the inspection. We talked about doing the inspection, but for my car, we did not do the inspection. That's the thing. Why did we not do that? But the inspection usually costs around $100 to $150, depending on where you go or who comes to inspect the car. So that's another cost that will be added to the total amount. And then next is insurance. So insurance, I pay $130 a month for my insurance, but it's gone down a bit since last year. I think because I haven't gotten into any accidents and my record has been good. It went down to $127. I'm going to put the exact amount up on the screen for you, and it's linked to my account. So automatic. It's SGI collects the money every single month. If you don't insure your car and then the police finds out, you're liable to get fined for that, and you still also have to go and get your insurance. And the fines can reach up to $700. So a lot of people, they're like, oh, they will find their way around it. That's not what it's at the end, because they will still find out. And also, insurance is good when you live in a climate like that. It's so icy and anything can happen when you're on the road. I've seen so many people get into accidents when they're driving. It's not even maybe their own fault. It's just the way the weather is. And also, like, people driving, you might be very careful, but someone else might not be very careful and might hit you. And the insurance helps cover your anything that might have to be paid for, any damages, and also the person that was hit or that hits you. It covers both people. So it's just good to have the insurance. Next is maintenance. I pay every 4 months, I get my oil changed, and it costs $78 for me to change it. I know people have said that you can change it on your own, and I really do want to learn. But I go to one of the place I'm saying is sponsored, but I go to just any oil change service on Google Maps. I search for it and then I go change it every 4 months. It's just good to keep your engine in a good state, to change your oil regularly. And that service is not only oil change, it also includes your tires, your tire pressure, checking that, and also some little things like checking how your lights are. Not really like mechanics would do, but just maintenance every 3 to 4 months. And I did get my engine filter changed. It was 41.9, let's just say $42, and that was once. I got it changed since I've had this car for over a year now. One doesn't need regular changing, just when it's not very good. And also, when I bought the car, if the block heaters that cars here have, because of how cold the weather is, the block heater, the outlet of the car was one, it was like falling off. So then I got that changed, and that was $35, which is not bad. So you need that so I can charge your car and your battery doesn't run down. I changed my battery because the owner, I don't think I said it, the person that I bought the car from was the first owner and had bought it new. So it's a 2013 Nissan Rogue, bought it new and got a new car. So I sold this one to me and he's been the only owner of the car. So I got the batteries changed when I newly got it, and that was $170. But then I changed that Canadian Tire. So if you give them your old battery, they give you like back. So I bought it for 150, and I haven't bought a new battery. Just new batteries are good. Again, I keep on saying with the weather, but weather is harsh. So if you go outside for 5 minutes and you're freezing, your car stays out all the time and it's also freezing. Well, we don't stay where there's a garage. If you have a garage, then you might not really need to charge your car or like the other things. But just have it in case because you never know. And also, when I bought the car, I also did was something with the AC compressor and the belt and the alternator, like whole system. So I got everything changed. That was pretty pricey too. And as of now, for the question with repairs, I've in total on repairs the $800 one. I also did get the control arm and the axial seal. I have all these receipts. I can't even remember some of the names. I'll put it on there. But then it totally came up to around for the fixing and the repairs has come up to $3,000. But that's still less than what should have been if I was financing the car, because if I was financing the car, I'll probably only have really paid off the interest if it's a 8-year term and I still have a long way to go with it. And I might actually be having to pay $1,000 per month for the car. That's if I include the insurance and the fuel. Next, I'll talk about the fuel. So my car, I usually spend $50 every week, sometimes 60, depending on the gas station I go. But I go to the cheapest one in the city. It's close to a church. So after church, after every 2 weeks, I just go there and fill it up. And $50 takes me for 2 weeks. I know some tanks you have to spend, like the trucks, you have to spend $150 bi-weekly. I believe my tank is actually good on fuel. The last video I was talking about going to Saskatoon, that was over 2 hours and 30 minutes and had to fill it. The gas would take me to and from Saskatoon. So that's almost a 5-hour drive. If I'm not driving that in a day, then for 2 weeks it takes me to school, takes me to work. If I'm going to school, that's 20-minute drive, so to and fro be like 40 minutes, but I barely go to school. I'm usually at the hospital. Hospital is like 10-minute drive, 10 to 15-minute drive from where I stay, so I go around a lot and it covers. If I'm not going out, then it can even go up to 3 weeks, which I think it's good. Parking. So usually I'm going to the hospital, I don't pay for parking. There's the $12 a day parking in the hospital, but I just feel like that's too much money. So I usually park on the street. At work, I also park on the street. And the only time I pay for parking is if we have to do something in school. The parking in school is you have to pay. There's no even a way around it. So it's like $635, that's including tax. $635 a day. And I barely go there like once, highest twice a week, which is fine too. So sometimes I think the highest I can pay per month on parking is like $60 is the highest, but it hasn't gotten up to $60, so it's very good. If you're going downtown often, then a lot of workplaces you have to pay, like fees would be around $200 per month for parking, and most of the parking around the city, that's where there's high traffic and many cars going there, so the parking fees is usually around $2, not more than $3 an hour. So I really don't go to places that you have to pay for parking. And if they're in the evening around after 5, then you don't have to pay for parking. So I try and target times when I don't have to pay, because I want to save that money and spend it on something else that I would prefer, or just save it or invest it. Also, for my driver's license, if you have your driver's license, there's the monthly or yearly like dollar fee, but I paid for like years, 80 something dollars for 4 or 5 years, so I don't have to pay for that. But if you're paying yearly, to be $25, which is not bad. Insurance, you can also pay for it yearly too, but I just choose to pay for it monthly. To still be the same, to come up to around 1,000 and something dollars per year. In total cost, around $300 to $400 monthly, depending on how. Parking is really the only. Insurance is set. Gas is usually set. Gas is a bit variable, but parking is the most variable one. And also maintenance. If it comes up to a month where I have to get my maintenance done, but it's usually around $300. So that's without a car loan, because my car is paid up. For anyone trying to get a car or just in the works and want to know what someone else has spent and how pricey, how costly it is to have a car. That's it. But it's good too, because you have that convenience of going around. The main reason I bought the car was because the bus is not always reliable, especially again during this winter, because then they also sometimes get stuck in the snow, or the roads are just not favorable, so they can't drive as fast as they would, was like normal speed they would during the summertime. And if I'm going from different places, I'm not just going to maybe only school and back, only work and back. I'm going to so many places around the city. So that was the main thing, was because of work, to get a car so that I can have that flexibility. And it's been good so far. I know it's way more than a bus fee. Students, the bus fee is for a term, so that's around 3 to 4 months. And for someone that's not a student, it's something dollars per month. So it's come up to around 80 something dollars, still much less expensive than having a car, but then I don't have to budget that. The Uber that comes sometimes, the bus shows up late and you're freezing and you might have to go to an Uber, or you need to go somewhere and you don't have an hour to spend on the bus. Those come up, Uber fees. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys and you in your decision making, or even just future planning. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.